Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
I tell you, great. I hope you're doing good.
Excellent.
Great, that's wonderful.
Yes. We've been doing a lot of research on prostate cancer, and I've definitely learned a lot that when you've been diagnosed with prostate cancer, of course, there's multiple different ways to undergo, surgery, the radiation, robotic prostatectomies, etc. What do you feel about prostate cancer and, what to undergo surgery-wise?
Arlene, it's a beautiful day. Your smile, and that's what life is. Poor prostate gland sitting at the base of the bladder, doing his job. That's you and me are born through that, because the prostate gland secretes a solution called the prostate fluid, and it makes the sperms give the nutrient. It makes the sperm alkaline, because if they are not alkaline, when it goes to the mother's womb, what you call in the vagina itself, which is acidic, they will die, and then nothing will go upstairs. And if nothing goes up, the ovum is looking for that, and so we will not be born. So we are the luckiest people we are born. You know that?
Absolutely.
Of course we are born unconsciously, because whatever our mom and dad was doing, they were doing unconsciously. They were enjoying. They were not reading any Bible. Now how this prostate cancer end up with somebody? Because that gland which has given us a life, now it took 40, 50, 60 years to end up with the prostate cancer. The famous people, which I feel, why? I question all the time. Mitt Romney, the Warren Buffett. Why they end up with the prostate cancer? It's a very mystery. And really, at the end of the day, there are multiple causes. But really, the biggest cause is because we are our own enemy. We create our own cancer because we have a cancer of our mind. We are looking towards money, the greed, dollars, and that produces stress in the body. So body is always at the stress because our mind is nothing but a confused, is psychologically, pathologically creates so much problems that we have totally in a dilemma. Anyhow, this morning I got a message from a doctor and say, you come for a checkup, a yearly checkup, and Medicare is going to pay for it. And I said, what the heck is this? This is not my car, this is my body. The question is why the people have to go to really at a doctor? Because they have been conditioned, they have been told, oh, you get a checkup on your body. Because they don't know nothing about their own body. Because the body inside, which nature has given us, which we have got from our mom and dad, unfortunately is totally conditioned, and we have made what we call our mind a manufacturing machine, and that is the biggest reason that we are getting this cancer, prostate cancer. So bless their heart, Mitt Romney and Warren Buffett, they probably went for a routine checkup, and they end up, their PSA end up high, and now PSA test was approved in 1986 by the FDA, and before that we used to do alkaline phosphatase. So the test must be high. They end up with a biopsy, and it's amazing. The pathologists look probably at the biopsy, and they do what we call a Gleason score. And there's a weird way they calculate the Gleason score. And once they calculate the Gleason score, then they decide what stage they are. Regardless what it is, what stage they are now, because one of them end up with a robotic prostatectomy, other end up with the radiation. So Mitt Romney, he ended up with a major problem. Naturally, he lost all his what you call erection, ejaculation, penetration, and on top of that orgasm. And initially he probably had a urinary incontinence. He may have to use the diapers And the bless his heart, the Warren Buffett, richest man, second richest man in the world, and he ended up with radiation, and naturally they cooked his prostate gland with the radiation, and it affect the immune system, and naturally affect every search engine of his prostate gland. So his regenerative power of the prostate is gone. Not only that, it affects the whole body. So he ended up with a probably minimal erection and maybe very little ejaculation or orgasm. We don't know. But he must have other complications regardless of what it is. The question is how you can stop it, prevent it, and cure it. Well, the one way they did it by robotic prostatectomy, and the other one did the radiation. But I tell you, when I was in practice, 1980s, I was actually started practice in 1970, and 1980, I followed 296 patients because I stopped doing surgery, and 186 people had what you call prostate enlargement. 108 had what you call the prostate cancer. The prostate cancer at that time was diagnosed by alkaline phosphatase. And the prostate enlargement is because of that. They had problems with urination, they get up at night. And I treated them with a polarizing program and abdominal pumping and interlocking. It's amazing, I followed them every week practically. In 90 days, the people who had a prostate enlargement, their urinary stream become they were peeing like a young person. And not only that, their sexual function, they were now sexually become active. On the other hand, the cancer people, their alkaline phosphatase came normal, and they also become sexually active. Now we have a program, and that is 3 nights and 4 days, and I can tell you, and that program where we teach what we call a total awareness and a consciousness, because I have turned myself into a yogi, which you understand.
Yes.
So that is the beauty of it. But at the same time, we want these people to make sure they come with the open-minded, and we are going to work with them, and we are going to work with their doctor. And that is the most important thing. And not only that, they have to bring their wife or their beloved one or their girlfriend, so they both can learn, so they can live happily and healthy. You know, in medicine, unfortunately, these people were trapped because of what I call in layman terminology, a slavery. Because they went to a doctor and they got a checkup done, just like the lady is calling me, come and get a blood test done or whatever, examination done, which I'm completely healthy. So naturally, if you find something abnormal, now you're going to go for examination, especially a male. You're going to take your pants off and naturally do a rectal examination. And now you become what we call a slave to that doctor, right? And that is the problem. Anyhow, we need you to pay attention to your own body. We want you to help yourself, so we can help you to regenerate your search engine of the prostate gland itself. And not only that, but the whole sexual function of your body. And not only that, with the whole body itself. But remember, we're going to work with your doctor so he can understand it, so he can follow you properly. I wish all of you a good day, a happy day. God bless. Namaste. Amen.